Let me get your reaction to another story, and the Washington Post has the headline at this hour that you revealed another conversation, another meeting in 2016 with another Russian operative, and the Washington Post has this text exchange between you and Mike Caputo. How crazy is the Russian? Your response: want big money for the info, waste of time, the Russian way, anything at all interesting. Can you explain what this is all about?
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Caputo, a longtime associate of mine, asked me to meet with a gentleman by the name of Henry Greenberg. Turns out that that's not his real name because he had information that he said he wanted to pass on to the Trump campaign. I met with Mr. Greenberg, who has now been revealed to be a longtime FBI informant, and he told me he wanted $2 million for unspecified information. Needless to say, I declined. Said I didn't have $2 million, and even if I did, I wouldn't use it to buy political information. He laughed and said, well, it's not your money I want, it's Donald Trump's. I said, you really don't understand. Donald Trump doesn't pay for political information. I have reported this meeting now that Mr. Caputo has refreshed my memory to the House Intelligence Committee. It was a 20-minute exchange. Even Mr. Greenberg in the Washington Post confirms that there was no transaction and that I declined. Now, knowing Mr. Greenberg's extensive background as an FBI informant, it is pretty clear to me that this was a sting operation of some kind, an attempt to penetrate the Trump effort and perhaps compromise Donald Trump himself. Turned out to be so innocuous that I didn't recall it. But I have given my entire recollection now to the House Intelligence Committee and also to the Inspector General.
The characterization in the Washington Post story is that you did not disclose it to federal investigators. You just explained that you didn't know about it or forgot about it. Is that your excuse?
That is correct. I did not recall it at the time. I wouldn't call it an excuse. Until the Office of Special Counsel raised this question with Mr. Caputo in a memory. I had no memory of this. It was an innocuous exchange. This guy shows up wearing a MAGA hat and a Trump t-shirt. He makes this offer. I decline. Nothing inappropriate happened here, and I have now refreshed my memory and informed the committee.
Why do you think FBI operatives would have done this?
Well, we have the Steph Halper example. We have the Strzok Page exchanges. Very clearly, the FBI, or at least some subset of it, was working against the Trump election, was trying to penetrate the Trump campaign. I think this was a sting effort. At the time, I thought it was a clumsy effort just to get money, and I declined. But in all honesty, this was a 20-minute exchange, which I did not recall because it was so ridiculous.